Unbelievable! That is a dream goal!
They found it! They finally found the goal they were looking for!
What a finish that is! Do not scratch your eyes! This is really happening!
Good afternoon, everybody, from underneath the shadow of Icon Stadium here at Randall's Island Field 10. It's our presentation of the APSL Metropolitan Conference on Game and Frame. I'm James Burley. Brian Brawl's the man behind the camera. Today's matchup, Richmond County FC makes the visit up from Staten Island to take on Central Park Rangers in an APSL Metropolitan Conference clash. Central Park Rangers sitting in 11th in the APSL Metropolitan table, looking to stay out of a relegation battle, but confronted with Richmond County FC, who are off to a flying start in the second half of the season here. They look to play spoilers for a Central Park Rangers team looking to climb up the table. Starting lineups and first kick next on Game and Frame. Don't go anywhere.
From soccer fields across the USA to the legendary stadiums of Spain and Portugal, for 40 years, Petrobax has been the go-to expert for group travel to Spain and Portugal. We organize soccer group trips from start to finish, flights, hotels, transportation, and guided tours, all perfectly coordinated by our experienced team. Your trip can include attending La Liga and Portuguese Primeira Liga games, matches against local teams, pro training sessions, and even tournaments. As true experts in Spain and Portugal, we'll ensure you also experience the rich history, vibrant culture, and incredible food these countries are famous for. Celebrating 40 years of crafting unforgettable journeys to Spain and Portugal. Petrobax, your team, your passion, your trip to Spain and Portugal starts here.
My name is Austin Brummett. I'm a men's soccer player at San Diego State University, and I play forward. The Salt Air Case helps block odor from my cleats when I'm driving in my car or when I'm keeping my cleats inside my house, so I don't have to worry about it stinking up my room. It helps me keep track of my cleats and my shin guards, so I know that they're together, and I don't have to worry about tracking them down or losing them or stressing out about where they are. I would definitely rock this, walking to the games, walking around to my trainings. And it's super helpful for travel. When I travel in the airport to go to away games, it's not going to stink up my backpack or stink up the plane where I'm sitting. Magnetic strip on the top is super easy to open to take my cleats out and to put my cleats back in. I think it's an essential part of my outfit for soccer, and it helps keep all my stuff organized and stink-free.
A quality highlight reel is crucial for college and pro recruitment. A lot of services offer generic solutions, but at Game and Frame we know every player is unique and needs a personalised approach to win over coaches. Our process is simple. We work with any footage, and if you need help finding your best plays, we'll review games for you. Once we've finished, you'll have a reel you can upload to any recruitment platform. We've helped hundreds of players get the attention they deserve, including placements in Division 1 programs. Scan the QR code or email us for a free consultation and start the journey to maximize your recruitment potential.
And welcome back to Randall's Island Field 10. James Burley on the call here. Brian Brawl, the man behind the camera, is moments away from kickoff between Central Park Rangers and the visiting Richmond County FC. Let's start with the 11 for the visitors. Currently sitting in 7th in the Metropolitan Conference on 18 points through 14 matches. Ronald Golder, in goal. The back line, Peter Genie at the right back position, Timothy Kane and Chris Genie. The center backs, Luis Asensio Cueva, the left back. The midfield double pivot, Peterson LaRose and Jojo Favard. Alan Kapitanovic, Keith Caesar, and up front, Agbula Emanuel and Mark Schnadstein. For the home side, it's a 4-3-3 with an attacking midfielder. Ahead of a double pivot again, Pedro Alves in goal, Ibrahim Abba, Ezekiel Omasanya, Jamie Turpak, and Jonathan Lima rounds out the back four. The double pivot, Jonathan Mejia, Owen Morgan, and Samuel Urban. Going to be looking to pick out some space in the Richmond County defense in front of them. And then the front three from right to left, Marcial Viveros, Adrian Wheaton-Shop and Joseph Kaliwa tied for the lead in goals for the Central Park Rangers side with 3. Mentioned that Richmond County are enjoying a splendid start to the second half of the season. 3 wins in their last 4 matches to open up 2026. That puts them in a comfortable position in 7th place on 18 points. Some breathing room ahead of the relegation zone, something they didn't really have much of last year. On the other end, Central Park Rangers have lost 4 in a row to start 2026 and need points desperately to stay alive in the APSL. Currently ahead of New York Athletic Club, who are bottom of the table on 6 points, just 8 points on the season for Central Park Rangers. A huge chance to pick some up against a solid Richmond County side who are enjoying their football as of late. From left to right in red tops is the home side Central Park Rangers. From right to left in all black are the visitors Richmond County. Kamal Burkanovic, the player coach of this Richmond County side, looking along from the sidelines today. The manager for Central Park Rangers is Mike Carducci. Beautiful sunny day here on Randall's Island. We're expecting some rain perhaps to start in the second half. Hopefully we get through the whole match without the heavens opening up. Beautiful sunny day here in New York City. And loads of activity going on the island as well. But first, semi-professional football set to kick off momentarily. The head referee this evening, Alex Mihailov. The assistant referees, Dan Jardina and Diana Pavaraldis. The fourth official, Brian Quatianquis. Finally underway on Randall's Island. It's Richmond to kick it off. Once again, from right to left in all black are Richmond County. From left to right are the Rangers of Central Park. Here's Timothy Kane. Across the back line to center defense partner and Chris Genie. Genie, former second all-team Kuniak when he was at Baruch between 2023 and 24. His brother Peter concedes possession there, looking to switch the point of attack. The Central Park Rangers, that's picked off by Luis Cueva. Peterson LaRose, clever little roulette turn there, caught out but regains possession, again for Cueva. Softly applying pressure early on, Central Park Rangers. Early long ball down the right wing side in the direction of Keith Caesar. Trying to redirect that one back in frame, but picked up by the defense and cleverly played through the goalkeeper, looking to clear. Pressure from Caesar, though, keeps it deep into enemy territory for Richmond County. Throw in to come for the home side. It's Ibrahima Ba, formerly of Kids Super Samba, knows this area of Randall's Island well. Picked up by Viveros. And now played out wide. Looking forward again for Marcel Viveros. The former Brooklyn FC man didn't have enough on it to catch up to that one. Here's Peter Genie. Native of Albania. Played high school ball at Brooklyn Tech before playing at CCNY. Played 39 matches between 2021 and 2025. A solid collegiate career as Kane, former Hofstra and New Paltz man, steps forward. His pass intercepted by Ba. Ba plays catch off the feet of Adrian Wheaton-Shop. Conceding possession though is Richmond County. Early ball down the side for Caesar. He's got some space. To the penalty area now. Keith Caesar defended by Ba. Crossed into the penalty area. Deflected away. That was Owen Morgan out of the air. Picked up again by Ba. Clever feet in the middle there from Kaliwa. Playing out of the pressure for Jamie Turpak is Central Park Rangers. Formerly of Kentucky, Turpak. Three seasons at the University of Kentucky as Richmond once again can find some space in transition. Turning here is Jojo Favard, former Haiti Youth International. Bula Manuel looking to switch. Now Peterson LaRose, a sophomore at CUNY Staten Island. One of several Richmond County FC players who play their university ball for CUNY Staten Island. Alongside left back Luis Cueva, as well as Bula Manuel. Held off by Manuel nicely, but conceding possession. Urban now playing out of the danger. Pressing forward now, Central Park Rangers. Touches into the midfield here. Now Urban with space. Jonathan Mejia. Morgan. Bounces off Mejia, Owen Morgan. Former youth international with the Ireland under-18s. Steps forward into the midfield there. Mejia. Is Ezekiel Omasanya. And Morgan again. Played through the ranks. Professional football in Ireland. An early long ball in the direction of Kaliwa is a good one. Recovering is Peter Gini. Kaliwa went to ground. Referee not having any of it. Mihailov motioning. Up you get. And out with a chance to counter. Bula Manuel just got caught underneath his feet there. Has to slow things up. Here's Caesar. Former Kingsborough Community College and Queens College man, Keithlin Caesar. It's a challenge from Emmanuel, comes in there a little bit harsh for the referees liking. It will be the first foul whistled of the match here in the 7th minute. Most recently with Athlone Town at the pro level in 2019 in Ireland. Previously was with the Bohemians Academy. I was with Cabinteely. It's a great ball. Just got a ball and bounce in the direction of Adrian Wheaton-Shop. It's picked up by Peter Gini and clears. The Bethesda, Maryland native Adrian Wheaton-Shop playing off the left wing today. Former member of the DC United Academy, graduating from Columbia last year. After a good career with the Lions. Now Gini and Peterson LaRose. 8 goals in 27 collegiate games played for the CUNY Staten Island sophomore Peterson LaRose. As here's Chris Gini. LaRose under some pressure, turns and opens his hip. Good ball with the left foot in the direction of a running Cueva. Is forced to retreat. Now back for Alan Kapitanovic, freshman at George Mason University. And Alves content to let the game open up in front of him. The Brazilian goalkeeper for Central Park Rangers. Lovely feet there from Morgan, but the pressure does mount. He'll win a throw in his own half. Originally from Sao Paulo, Pedro Alves, the goalkeeper, began his collegiate career at Notre Dame Junior College before transferring his way to St. Peter's University. That ball in behind, wrong foot Chris Gini, and picking it up now is Kaliwa. Kaliwa's 3 goals are tied for the most for Central Park Rangers in APSL play this season. Good use of the body from Chris Gini though, and he retreats to Golder, the goalkeeper, who plays out calmly for Kapitanovic. Good defending there from Richmond County FC, the first bit of danger they've seen. Good feet in the middle once again, Jojo Favard. Ahead for Schnadstein. Mark Schnadstein into the penalty area, onto his left foot, across the face of goal, nobody else there. Tapping it out for a corner is Ibrahim Abba. It'll be the first corner of the contest for Richmond County. Into the 10th minute, 0-0 here at Randall's Island Field 10 between Richmond County and Central Park Rangers, a battle between 7th and 11th in the APSL Metropolitan Conference. First corner, Keith Caesar, in-swinger off the left foot. Peter Gini was the first out of the air. I think that last came off a red shirt. We're going to do this again. Another corner. Putting his body on the line, the Lagos, Nigeria native, Ezekiel Omosanya. Another quick corner coming in. Gini, free header, couldn't connect to it. And you can tell the frustration on his face there. Good quick service from Caesar. Caught the defense off guard both times, but nothing Richmond County can do with it. Still 0-0 here. Morgan sitting a lot deeper than we're used to seeing him in this Central Park Rangers side, as Ba works really hard to keep that in play. It does go out for a throw. It's allowed him to get on the ball early on in the build-up phase, but they've been stuck in the next phase after that several times now, as Caesar challenges Omosanya. Good work, the veteran defender. Plays it for Jonathan Mejia. Dispossessed by Bula Emmanuel. Now for Caesar, who's got space to shoot. Keith Caesar fires. It's the first save of the contest for Pedro Alves. And not too much of a difficult one at that, but the first shot of the contest goes to Richmond County. Early long ball in the direction of Marshall Viveros as he gives chase against Cueva. Good use of the body from Luis Cueva there. Throw in to come for Richmond County. I'm really used to seeing a back 4. This is often looked at like a back 5 at times for Central Park Rangers, as Richmond County do really well to build through that phase. Morgan with a good step, and it just forces LaRose into the path of Omosanya, and CPR can pick up the ball again. Omosanya. They're gonna knock this one out. Central Park Rangers might be preparing an early substitution here. So an injury on the far side. Not sure if you can catch this on your screen, folks, but right at midfield all the way on the opposite end. Just getting a stretch there. I believe that's Adrian Wheaton-Shop. Check that as Jonathan Mejia, who came up with something. Looks like he's going to have to come off early. Hope it's nothing too serious here, but it's a 13th minute change for Central Park Rangers. Vincent Galea will come on in place of Jonathan Mejia. See if that changes the shape and the structure of the home side early on. It's a big blow. As Mejia is forced off, the former Lansdowne Yonkers and Westchester Flames player. Super valuable and super experienced at this level especially. Galea will come on in his place. Here's Kane. Schnatstein plays it off back to Kane. Good press though. That's Ba stepping all the way forward. Cristini bounces off of Cueva. Space in the middle for Kapitanovic. Wheaton Shop defending, and Galea putting in a challenge, and now Kaliwa putting in a challenge, and did enough to force an errant pass off the foot of Kapitanovic. It's going to be a throw on the edge of the attacking third here for Central Park. The Guinea native Ibrahim Ba forward for Kaliwa. Now Morgan stepping into midfield. This is an area we've used to be seeing him. Switching now, Jonathan Lima. Taking on a couple players, cross into the penalty area is a dangerous one. First ball kept alive briefly by Galea, but cleared, not all the way out, forced back in by Turpak. And Peter Gini heads it away. Still pinballing in the midfield, Wheaton Shop. Now Sam Urban, Slovakian native, formerly of Borgetto, as well as post-university between 2016 and 2018. Here's Turpak. Here's Turpak. Long ball forward from Wheaton Shop in the direction of Galea. Just didn't have the legs behind him on that one. Easily into the path of the goalkeeper. Former New Dorp High School goalkeeper Ronald Golder has been the main man in between the sticks for Richmond County of late. 3 of their 5 wins on the season have come in their last 4 games. A bit of a danger there. Cleaned up by Golder and rolled out for Cueva. Former Albertson youth player, graduating from Baldwin High School before making his way to Cooney, Staten Island. Another teammate here in Emmanuel. Far side official does indicate that one came out of play, but it will be a throw for Richmond County. Here's Kapitanovic. LaRose thought about it for a moment, instead plays for Favard. So plays with Osners FC of the UPSL, formerly of Flower City Union, 3rd division side. Part of the NYCFC and Met Oval Academies, as well as Queensborough FC. Long resume of talented local sides for Joel Favard, the man they call Jojo. And here he is again, lovely half turn from Favard. Confronted by Morgan, does well to slow things down and had the idea with Caesar. Just didn't quite time it right, the run and the ball. Instead it goes out for a goal kick. Turpak finds Urban in the middle, under siege from Emmanuel. It's a good fight between the two of them. LaRose coming in to clean it up. Fighting through Wheaton Shop, who stepped back into midfield after the substitution for Mejia. Kane. Now Peter Gini. Final touch came off of a red shirt. That was Ibrahim Ba who put in the challenge. Overridden by the referee, though. Originally, Dan Jardina had pointed for a throw for Richmond County. Instead, Alex Mihailov overturns it. It will be a throw for the home side. coming out of their own half, and another player turning up with something here. It's Samuel Urban, another central midfielder, seems to be dealing with a bit of a knock here early on for Central Park Rangers. As we approach the 19th minute now. If he's forced off, that'll be 2 early subs before the quarter mark of the match. Both coming out of central midfield on a team that's already got a short bench, which trying to fight their way out of a relegation battle. It's being dealt a bad hand early on here. Is the home side. Looks like Samuel Urban's good to continue. Keep our eye on his condition moving forward. Omasanya. Now Morgan. Wheaton Shop was looking for either Galia or Viveros there. Instead, it's picked up by LaRose, who's done well defensively. He's on the ball again here. Peterson LaRose. Switching it out wide for Favard. Manuel bounces it back. Kapitanovic switches the point of attack for Gini. Peter Gini. Into central midfield again, LaRose. Switches it once more for Favard. Good ball movement here from Richmond County. Spreading the pitch nicely. Lima with a good challenge though. And he does well to disrupt the attack once again. That will go out for a Richmond County throw. Kapitanovic looking to beat Viveros on the dribble. Uses Cueva for help. Favard, good one-touch football here from Richmond County. Emmanuel wanted Favard in behind. Just once again, not quite on the same page as their wingers here, trying to play those balls in behind. Not the biggest pitch here at Randall's Island. Certainly not the smallest, but certainly more narrow than it is wide, and lengthwise almost takes a marathon to get from one end to the other. Galia. Ibrahim Abba. And you can just tell Richmond County beaming with confidence, playing like a team that has won 3 of their last 4, and not trying to take that momentum for granted. As Morgan pumps one forward, that's won by Gini and picked up by LaRose. Central Park Rangers, on the other hand, a team that maybe a bit desperate with 8 games to go in the season, but haven't really shown so much desperation. They've kept a cool head to this point. Can they turn that composure into something on the attacking end? They've spent most of this match in their own half. Ball from Lima there, intercepted by Caesar. Now Tim Kane. Good bit of deception there from LaRose. Loves those balls with his left foot. Over to Cueva. Now Chris Gini. LaRose into the midfield, playing that forward for Caesar. Lovely weighted first time pass. Caesar into the penalty area. Good burst of speed. Schnadstein with it. His first touch just let him down that much. Ba clears. Gini again. Caesar feeling confident on that right side. Good burst of speed again from Keithland Caesar. His cross comes back in, deflects off Omasanya, back off Caesar, and out for a goal kick. That's the best sign of life we've seen on that far side for Richmond County. Keithland Caesar possesses the only shot of the contest thus far. This effort was easily held by Pedro Alves. Reaching the quarter mark of the match, 0-0 here at Randall's Island Field 10. Any points would be valuable for either of these two teams. Of course, for Central Park Rangers, with a relegation battle looming, any point they could get from now to the end of the season would be precious as Galea takes it down with a lovely touch. Wheaton Shop looking to spread this over for Kaliwa. Kaliwa brings it down, defended by Genie. Good pressure from Kaliwa not to lose possession all the way out. He forces a throw deep in the attacking third, although it is for Richmond County. Mark Schnatstein. Emmanuel plays it short for Caesar. Another good bit of movement from Caesar, attacking the back line once again. He's got Omasanya in front of him. Looking to cross this one back into the penalty area. He's won another corner. It'll be the third corner so far for Richmond County. We've seen Caesar go quickly on the first two, and he's going to line this one up once again, looking for that in-swinger off the left foot. Cross comes in from Caesar. Omasanya the first out of the air, and a chance to counter now for Central Park Rangers. A 3v2 if they hurry. Viveros leading it down the middle. He's got Kaliwa to his left. He uses him. Confronted by Cueva with space for Kaliwa. Kaliwa touch out of his foot, blocked away by Cueva. Falls for Viveros. And now Galea can keep it alive. Cross back in, but not a whole lot behind it, and defended easily by Kane. Danger averted for Richmond County. First shot attempt thus far for the home side. Kaliwa couldn't get a shot past Cueva. Otherwise brilliant opportunity for Central Park Rangers. Had a 3v2 following that corner, but Caesar could be in here down the other way. End-to-end action at Randall's Island. Caesar squares it across. He's looking for Cueva, but a good recovery run from Wheaton Shop and cleared by Alves. Favard dispossessed there by Galea. Good first touch from Kaliwa now. He can take on Genie. Good sliding challenge and recovery from Peter Genie. Look at all this space opening up in central midfield now as we play a little ping pong back and forth. LaRose looking to calm things down in the middle. Now Agbula Manuel again for Caesar. Here's Kapitanovic. Inside for LaRose. And Kane. A captain in his graduate year at SUNY New Paltz, Tim Kane, as he steps forward into the attack. Now for Agbula Manuel. Good burst of speed from Emmanuel. And another strike from distance. That's easy for Pedro Alves, his second save of the contest. Short rollout from Alves for Terpak here. Ball over the top looking for Lima. Not quite, and out for a throw. Folks, today's Game and Frame broadcast is sponsored by Umbro. You can head to umbroteam.com to start designing your team kit for free now. Produced by Umbro, designed and worn by you. Thank you so much to Umbro for sponsoring today's Game and Frame broadcast. Cueva gets us back underway with that throw for LaRose. Under pressure from a number of red shirts. Shout from the backfield, too easy. And a little bit of a challenge in there from Terpak. Gets the back of the head of Schnatstein. Second foul of the match for either side. Just a word from the referee as well. Kapitanovic gets us back underway. Peter Genie. And now Chris Genie. Galea pressuring. Good turn from Kapitanovic to get out of the danger there. Switching once again to the opposite side. Peter. Favard. Bounces back to the right fullback for Richmond County. Running out of real estate was Keith Caesar, out for a throw. Game's mostly been played on Richmond County's terms thus far. They've been in Central Park Rangers half for most of the match, have maintained the majority of possession, but still not much at all to split between these two teams. Certainly nothing on the score sheet, but that's an early ball forward for Egbula Manuel. The best look of the contest for either side. He did have to force the finish, and he pushed it wide for a goal kick. Good early find from Favard, and a good step into the center forward position from Emmanuel, who's been playing deeper in midfield. Looks like he's going to step over to the left wing position now. Alves thought about going short, but I think he's going to send his lines longer here. First out of the air was Favard, but trickles off his head and out for a throw. Shop couldn't connect with Gallia there. And LaRose thought about the early ball for Emmanuel. Instead, goes to the far side. Here's Caesar, 1v1 with Ba. We've seen this matchup go the way of Caesar a couple times already. He's going to cut things back. Good bit of deception into the penalty area now. Keith Caesar is looking for the cross. It's Omasanya who comes out to clean up the danger. Now the fourth corner here at the half-hour mark. Again, looking to go quickly before the defense has a chance to set up as Keith Caesar. They go short this time. Cueva drops it back for LaRose. LaRose could let this one go. LaRose just didn't quite catch it the way he hoped to. Out for a goal kick. Now the fourth shot attempt already from Richmond County. And now another substitution to come for Central Park Rangers as we have hit the half-hour mark. This is the midfielder Samuel Urban, who did go down with a bit of a knock earlier, if you'll recall. His evening will end after 30 minutes. That's 2 changes in central midfield in under half an hour for Central Park Rangers. Long throw early from Gini, finds Egbula Emanuel. The touch just let him down that much. Could have been a 2v1 in the penalty area had he had the brilliance to bring that down. A difficult one to deal with. It's a pretty hard foul there from Kapitanovic as he throws down Morgan. Dispossessed there early in the midfield of Central Park Rangers. Emmanuel can play Caesar, who got a burst of speed. Caesar now looking for the back post. He also had Schnadstein there, but it goes wide again. You get the sense that it's coming, though, for Richmond County. Continue to force the issues down that right wing side. It's the most space Caesar's gotten to this point as well, and he's been dangerous all afternoon. Launched forward by Turpak. Christini just doing the sensible thing and knocking it out for a throw. Gallia's first touch defended well by Gini, out again for another throw on the near side. Turpak come over from the center back position to take this throw. Bit of length on that one into Wheaton Shop in the middle. And he switches it for Ibrahim Abba. Looking to put in a deep cross. Ba. It's a good one for Galia, who's got space. Galia's first touch just a little bit heavy. The second falls for Colin Chiakpo, the substitute. His shot defended away, but it's the second shot attempt thus far for Central Park Rangers. Another good look. Galia with a really good opportunity there on that cross from Ba. Instead, Kapitanovic picks this one off. Was looking to split the defense there in favor of Favard, but intercepted by a recovering Lima, who launches forward. Viveros thought about playing it back for Jonathan Lima. The Minas Gerais, Brazil native, formerly of Monroe University in the Bronx. Schnadstein the other way, though. Holds it up well in a 1v3. Emmanuel cuts back inside and slows things down. Now LaRose is there to help. Good movement from Caesar. Good ball from LaRose. Caesar cuts it back for Emmanuel. Agbula Emmanuel, can he get it off? Once again, just defended nicely enough that he pushes it wide. The chances are getting more frequent and more dangerous, though, for the visitors. Central Park Rangers promoted to the APSL after winning the CSL Division 1 in 2023. Their best finish last season when they came in 7th on 21 points. Currently, their 43 goals conceded are the most in the APSL Metro and tied for the 6th most across the entire APSL. They've been a little bit vulnerable today defensively, but haven't shown any real signs of conceding yet. Yet the chance that it is coming for Richmond County. Good turn again from Caesar into the penalty area. Can he square this one across? And it's a tap-in for Jojo Favard. Commentators curse in the 35th minute. It's the opening goal for the visitors. Richmond County have been knocking on the door. Eventually, they force their way through. Joel Favard scores an easy tap-in, perhaps the easiest one he'll ever score for his first of the APSL season. It's 1-0 early on to Richmond County. Keith and Caesar did so well on that turn around the fullback Ibrahim Abba, and just does so well to square that for a late arriving Jojo Favard. Perhaps the easiest goal he'll ever have to score. And it's a 1-0 lead at the 35th minute mark for the visitors, and you have to say it's been deserved. It's important now for Central Park Rangers. How do they respond to this adversity? They've lost 2 starting central midfielders to injury, already facing an uphill battle in the table, now down 1-0 at home against a surging Richmond County team. Can they keep their heads here and fight their way back into the match? Here's LaRose. Cueva bounces back for Genie. And both of these sides going to do a little bit of scoreboard watching, especially Central Park Rangers, as we approach the second half of the season. And you can check some of those matches that they'll be looking at later tonight on Game and Frame, kicking off at 7:30. New York International FC against New York Athletic Club. Athletic Club bottom of the league on 6 points against New York International, who are just 4 points behind Richmond County. Also kicking off at 7:30, Zoom Schneider against Liros. The APSL debutants also on 18 points. Like Richmond County, Liros, Zoom Schneider, just 1 point ahead of Central Park Rangers in 10th. That'll be the biggest rival for Central Park Rangers down the stretch in terms of getting out of the promotion playoff position. Of course, 12th, you get relegated. 11th, and you play a promotion playoff against a number of potential teams on their way up. It's a good step into the midfield from Ezekiel Omasanya. This ball was defended by Cueva as Lima was giving chase, and goal there. Good bit of deception from the former New Dorp goalkeeper to get that clear. And then later in the week, to finish out our slate of matches, Zoom Schneider play again against Hoboken FC. That one kicking off at 8 p.m. on Thursday the 26th. All three APSL Metropolitan Conference matches as Caesar surges forward now for Richmond County. Cuts back to his left, shot deflected. Turpak can't clear, but it falls to Morgan, who calmly plays out for Adrian Wheaton-Shupp. Omasanya. Owen Morgan. Switches now for Lima. Chiakpo wanted an early ball in the direction of Viveros. Instead, Gini does the sensible thing and plays it back to the goalkeeper, Golder. Head for Emmanuel, who bounces nicely with Caesar. Good little split as well from the right winger. Ahead for LaRose. Good bit of football here in the midfield from Richmond County. Defended well by Omasanya. He's been excellent in the defense for Central Park Rangers and been busy as well throughout this first half. Ezekiel Omasanya. Good feet there from LaRose. Viveros the other way for CPR. Lima does well. Play across the middle for Wheaton-Shupp. And the switch completed. Ibrahim Abba. Early ball for Galia. Not a bad idea as well from Ba, but calmly defended and picked up by the goalkeeper. Cueva inside for Emmanuel. Challenge from Viveros. And the second ball. Won by Central Park Rangers, but in the end, foul whistled against Colin Chiakpo. Schnadstein with space to turn. He's got numbers to his right and left. He goes to his left. It's Favard, the goal scorer. Favard plays catch with Emmanuel. Morgan there to defend it. Viveros under pressure from Kapitanovic. Kapitanovic does well to win a corner. It'll be the fifth corner now for Richmond County. Taking more time with this corner as we approach halftime. Kapitanovic, driven ball. Didn't catch that one properly. Out for a goal kick. To the 42nd minute we go here on Randall's Island. Jojo Favard's 35th minute goal, the difference so far between Richmond County and Central Park Rangers, although it's been all the visitors really through this first 45. Foul whistled there on Kaliwa. Slow to get back to his feet this time is Agbula Manuel. Very good hard-working game in central midfield. Caesar has been arguably Richmond County's best player on that right wing side. Once again going to go 1v1 on Bob. Beats him again into the penalty area. The cross is a better one, but defended in the end by Turpak. It's just been about the final pass for Keith Caesar. He caught the defense off guard once with the assist to Favard. He's had so many chances. And it's Caesar on the ball again. Gonna lump this one into the penalty area. Was looking for Schnadstein. Instead, it falls to the goalkeeper, Alves. Schnadstein was honorary captain today. Did the coin toss with the referee. Scored 18 goals in 3 seasons with John Jay in the collegiate level. As that foul's been whistled against Richmond County. Turpak Gerais native. Now Morgan. And again Lima. Kaliwa making a good run. It's a good ball as well, just inches in front of him and picked off by the goalkeeper goal there. But you feel like CPR do have the ability to just catch one of those runs, one of those counterattacks. They've had the opportunities, but speaking of counterattacks, Agbule Manuel the other way on the ball from Schnadstein. Just got a little bit too fancy there with the chop and defended away by Omosanya in recovery. Post ball. Morgan does really well to hold on to it there. Look at that control from Owen Morgan. And now Kaliwa can play it out wide. Joseph Kaliwa. Wanted to find Galia again. Defended by Kane. Galia fighting for it. And LaRose there to help. Forward for Caesar. And once again, running at the defense. This is where Richmond County have been the most dangerous. Slip pass for Schnadstein. Flag staying down on the far side. Mark Schnadstein. Lovely challenge from Owen Morgan as well. Jack of all trades today, Owen Morgan. Kapitanovic. To the 45th minute now. Turpak dispossesses Favard. Wheaton Shop. Good football here from Central Park Rangers. The early ball defended by Genie, but not fully. Kaliwa picks it up. Good defending there from Peter Genie to cut that out. Caesar with a lovely turn. Forward for Schnadstein. That's a brilliant ball. The flag is down. Mark Schnadstein could be in here. Slowing things down. Masanya was there to defend. Long ball from Caesar. Turpak flicks this one up for a deep throw. It will be Richmond County's throw here. We have passed the 45 minutes of play. Into first half stoppage time we go. Good shielding there from Emmanuel, who's got space to shoot. Agbule Emmanuel leaves it for LaRose, who lets fly. Blocked in front by Chiakpo. Picked up again by LaRose. And Favard. Favard gonna let fly. Looked good just over the bar. And that will be the first half whistle. 45 minutes down here, and Richmond County have the lead on the road. Jojo Favard's 35th minute goal. Dominant performance in possession, really, from the visitors means Richmond County 1, Central Park Rangers 0. That's the halftime score here at Randall's Island.
From soccer fields across the USA to the legendary stadiums of Spain and Portugal, for 40 years, Petrobax has been the go-to expert for group travel to Spain and Portugal. We organize soccer group trips from start to finish. Flights, hotels, transportation, and guided tours, all perfectly coordinated by our experienced team. Your trip can include attending La Liga and Portuguese Primeira Liga games, matches against local teams, pro training sessions, and even tournaments. As true experts in Spain and Portugal, we'll ensure you also experience the rich history, vibrant culture, and incredible food these countries are famous for. Celebrating 40 years of crafting unforgettable journeys to Spain and Portugal. Petrobax, your team, your passion, your trip to Spain and Portugal starts here.
My name is Austin Brummett. I'm a men's soccer player at San Diego State University, and I play forward. The salt air case helps block odor from my cleats when I'm driving in my car or when I'm keeping my cleats inside my house, so I don't have to worry about it stinking up my room. It helps me keep track of my cleats and my shin guards, so I know that they're together, and I don't have to worry about tracking them down or losing them or stressing out about where they are. I would definitely rock this, walking to the games, walking around to my trainings. And it's super helpful for travel. When I travel in the airport to go to away games, it's not going to stink up my backpack or stink up the plane where I'm sitting. Magnetic strip on the top is super easy to open to take my cleats out and to put my cleats back in. I think it's a essential part of my outfit for soccer and helps keep all my stuff organized and stink free.
A quality highlight reel is crucial for college and pro recruitment. A lot of services offer generic solutions, but at Game & Frame we know every player is unique and needs a personalised approach to win over coaches. Our process is simple. We work with any footage, and if you need help finding your best plays, we'll review games for you. Once we've finished, you'll have a reel you can upload to any recruitment platform. We've helped hundreds of players get the attention they deserve, including placements in Division 1 programs. Scan the QR code or email us for a free consultation and start the journey to maximize your recruitment potential.
Back for second half action here at Randall's Island Field 10. Richmond County FC 1, Central Park Rangers 0. In desperate need of points ahead of the final season stretch. Currently in 11th, the promotion playoff position. This is the red shirts of Central Park Rangers to kick things off, down a goal here at home on this lovely Sunday evening here in New York City. Brilliant turn from Owen Morgan. How many of those have we seen? It's the early part of this match. Here's Jonathan Lima. Early ball for Marshall Viveros. It's a little bit more like it in terms of the urgency. Central Park Rangers flying out of the gates to open up this second half. One change up front for Richmond County at halftime. Mark Schnajdstein is off. A couple times it looked like he could have run his way through the defense, but decided to hold things up. Perhaps he's been dealing with something for longer than we've realized. Turpak collects that one. Drops it for Alves. There's Omasanya. Cueva wins that ball in the middle, and now Kapitanovic does well to hold on to the possession. Here's Kane. Early ball forward for Keith Caesar, who's the most dangerous player for Richmond County in the first half. Does he have the legs to keep it in? He sure does. Good feet to get around Omasanya as well. Oh, that's brilliant now for Emmanuel. Just let the ball run under his foot, but LaRose is there to hold on to possession for Richmond County. Another left-footed switch from him. First touch inside from Favard, second touch brilliant from Favard, save from Alves, shouts for a handball in the penalty area. And I believe we have a point to the spot from Alex Mihailov, which is looking to play advantage there. It is going to be a penalty for Richmond County. Jamie Terpak, the guilty party. First touch from Favard went around Ba, the second touch went around Terpak, but not for a nick of the arm. He still got the shot away and a brilliant save out of Alves, but certainly was a bit of an infraction there and enough in the referee's eyes to warrant the penalty. And it looks like it is going to be Favard to step up. He's already got one goal today. This is the worst imaginable start to the second half if you're Central Park Rangers. But there's still time yet to save it, and it rests on the shoulders of the goalkeeper, Pedro Alves. Joe Favard scored in the 35th minute on a tap-in. Have to do a little bit more work to score from the penalty spot here. It's Favard, jump step, and an easy finish to make it 2-0. Exactly the start you want to the second half if you're Richmond County. A huge, huge blow for the home side in Central Park Rangers. After the first goal they conceded, posed the question of how they would respond. Will they be able to keep their heads and battle back into the match? And now a mountain to climb at this point. And a substitution pending as well, as Jamie Terpak is off. He's going to be shown yellow as well for popping the shirt off before he fully exited the pitch. It's a full exit as well for Terpak all the way to the car park. Substitution pending now for Central Park Rangers. Looks like Italo Del Real is going to come in the center of defense. That's 3 changes in the spine of the team for Central Park Rangers. So much adversity for the home side to face. What can they do with the final 41 minutes of play between now and the finish? Here's Lima. Down 2-0. Central Park Rangers looking forward. Early ball in the direction of Viveros. An errant pass that goes all the way to the goalkeeper, Golder. Frustration boiling over now for the home side. With loads of space right in front of the camera. Here's Keith Caesar, lovely first touch to bring this down. Flick as well from Emmanuel. Keith Caesar doing well to keep possession now with Kapitanovic. First touch on the long ball from the goalkeeper is Morgan. Picked up by LaRose in the middle, and Emmanuel with a lovely turn for LaRose, and an early ball for Caesar, who's got space. The flag is down. Keith Caesar, early ball to the back post, header off the post and in. Goes from bad to worse for the home side. It just gets better and better for Richmond County. That's 3 goals, 2 in a matter of moments to open up the second half. It's 3-0 now. The Staten Islanders are loving the goals here on Randall's Island. A deflating third goal there from the visitors. Can Central Park Rangers keep their cool? Is there a miracle in this match? Can they claw their way out of the abyss here? Early long ball, wrong foot's Kane, and Kaliwa could be in here. This could be quite the response. Joseph Kaliwa, save made by Golder. The follow-up. Wheaton Shop still thinking about it and defended away. And that's the best chance all afternoon for the home side, and equal to the task, Ronald Golder with a brilliant save to keep his side up by 3. Here's Caesar with space to run on Lima. Keith Caesar has lost possession of the ball but regains it. To the middle. He's possessed now. Here's Galea. Chiakpo, the former Boston University man. Poughkeepsie, New York native, now plays it for Del Real. New York Titans youth coach. New York Titans senior team plays in the CSL Division 4. Here's Golder. Had to make his first save of the afternoon. Call it the evening now. Just moments ago on a clean breakaway for Joseph Kaliwa. His only save to this point was a brilliant one. Look at that one-touch play on the far side from Richmond County. Favard with a good flick. Now moving forward, the third goal scorer looking for Emmanuel. Just caught off his foot. Emmanuel picks it up. Some sloppy play in their own half from Central Park Rangers. Good effort from Emmanuel, but it just flies wide of the far post. Had Alves scrambling. Sanya. Here's Morgan. Alves looking to switch this one forward for Lima. It's a good first touch from Lima, but all over him is Peter Gini. Use of the body as well to win the throw. Space to turn now, Lima. Got numbers rushing forward. Instead, keeps it with Wheaton Shop. Lima again. Challenge from behind coming from Emmanuel. Kaliwa looking to punch it forward in the direction of Lima, but again, it's won by the back line of Richmond County. Relentless today in possession, Richmond County, and they've been good defensively as well. He had one leak, really, but it was plugged by the goalkeeper Golder. Other than that, it has been a squeaky clean performance from the visitors. Morgan, now for Galea. For Joseph Kaliwa now. The danger man for Central Park Rangers into the penalty area. Kaliwa looking to the back post, was Viveros there. One out of the air by Chris Genie. It'll be the first corner for the home side. Galea stands over the corner. Floated to the back post. Up there is Omasanya, and he just didn't catch it well. It was a good ball and good space in the penalty area. Didn't quite redirect it back on frame. Genie just forgot the ball behind him for a moment, retreats to recover it, and back for the goalkeeper Golder. Here's Kapitanovic. Switch now for Peter Genie. Here's Keith Caesar. Just a little bit too much on that from Genie, and out for a throw. Some pressure as they play out of the back. Central Park Rangers. Here's Alves. Inside Del Real. Now Morgan. Alves looks to elevate things down to the near side. Here's Lima. Good first touch away from danger. Good turn from Galea. And an early ball for Viveros. It's a good first touch as well from Viveros, defended by Favard. Good recovery from the far left winger there. And unable to keep possession was Ba, out for a throw. Was fighting for it there. Galea comes out with it for Central Park Rangers. Mobilizing numbers behind the ball brilliantly, though, at Richmond County. How about the recovery run as well from Keith Caesar? All the way from the right wing position. Del Real lets fly. And a save from Golder. He caught it well. It was right in the direction of the goalkeeper, Golder. But good muscle behind it from Del Real, and a bit of an infraction from Kaliwa. Struggling to get up is the goalkeeper, Golder. Kaliwa was making an attempt for the ball after the goalkeeper had made his initial stop. Don't think it'll be anything more than a talking to, though, from the referee. Ball was rolling at the start. We'll do that again. Looks like a substitution, perhaps pending, for Richmond County. Would be their second of the contest. Chiakpo. Good bit of footwork from LaRose to keep it, and a great ball for Caesar. Did everything he could to keep it in play, but conceding possession once again for CPR. Here's Morgan. Omasanya. Driven ball down the wing, and it ended up finding the position that he wanted to, but Lima was wrong-footed by the defender, Genie. Couldn't quite get all the way over to it. It'll be the end of Alan Kapitanovic's evening. He's off at the hour mark. The substitution will come in for Richmond County now. Yasin Hairane will come in central midfield. Currently a junior at Brooklyn College, has played 37 collegiate games in 3 seasons. Formerly of Fort Hamilton High School. Here's Hairane. Picked up by Wheaton Shop now. Looking inside for Galea, good step there from LaRose, and another good step from LaRose. This time caught the foot of Omasanya, and it will be a foul. Here's Galea. Omasanya. Chiakpo completes the switch. Ibrahim Abba back for Colin Chiakpo. Del Real under pressure. Hairane and Emmanuel fighting for it. All the way out wide for Keith Caesar, but it's picked off by Ezekiel Omasanya. His ball deflected by Hairane, and Caesar, if he's onside, is in here. Keith Caesar in alone on goal to his left foot. Good save from Alves. The follow-up from Emmanuel. Faked. Still Emmanuel. And still Emmanuel. And he thunders it home. Never in doubt on the follow-up there. Might have paid the price. But it is 4-0 now for the visitors. Put everything on the line for that insurance goal. It's 4-0 now to Richmond County. Pedro Alves did everything he could to keep it out, made the initial save on Keith Caesar. Owen Morgan did everything he could in recovery, but the patience on display from Agbula Emmanuel is what ultimately put that ball over the line. He could have tried to knock it in off his head right away. He could have tried it on the second chance or the third chance, but as many as 4. The patience was brilliant, and it does make it 4-0 now. A mountain to climb for Central Park Rangers, writing on the wall here on Randall's Island. And another substitution to come here. Still pushing the issues forward though is CPR. Here's Del Real. Entering the match is John Pavana, the former Queensboro Community College man from Rosedale, New York. Played his high school ball at Newtown. It's an entirely different central midfield to the way they started the match. Good ball in the middle for LaRose, who switches now for Cueva. Three second-half goals in under 20 minutes for Richmond County FC to put this one out of reach. They lead by 4 into the 65th minute now at Field 10 on Randall's Island, just under the shadow of Icon Stadium. And content to keep possession are the Staten Islanders now. LaRose. Caesar comes short for it. Space to drive for Keith Caesar. Now Emmanuel. And Yasin Hairane. Here's Favard. He opened the scoring in the 35th minute. Peter Gini. LaRose opening up his hips once again, out wide for Favard. Flicks forward for Cueva. Ba does the sensible thing and heads it back to the goalkeeper Alves. Quick rollout. Here's Viveros. Marshal Viveros. Kaliwa. Looking for Wheaton Shop. Tim Kaine is there to cut that one out. Hairane doing well to shield off the late challenge from Wheaton Shop. Substitute Hairane fights through. Forward for Caesar now. Chance for a fifth. Keith Caesar on his left. Good recovery in the end from Lima. And held on by the goalkeeper Alves. LaRose stepping up into the midfield. Avoids the challenges of Del Real and Pavana. Back for the goalkeeper Golder. Got an injury all the way back on the other end of the pitch. It's Jonathan Lima, who despite the scoreline has been one of several defenders for Central Park Rangers who have put in quite the shift, really, the Brazilian fullback. He's just pulling up with something. I'm not sure if there are any available reinforcements on the bench now for the home side. Already exhausted a few options. Perhaps Lima will be able to carry on. Back to his feet now. '68th minute of play. 4-0 lead to the visitors. If the result holds, it'll be their 4th win in 5 matches to open up the spring. Put that into perspective. Richmond County only won 5 matches all of last year. Their first year in the APSL level after winning promotion to the APSL, finishing first in CSL Division 1 in 2024. This is their 2nd year at the semi-professional level. Quite the improvement from last year where they're in relegation discussions, but we're never really in the relegation zone, the first team out of it. And then, of course, Kid Super Samba finished bottom, and Manhattan Celtic willingly went down to CSL 1 despite finishing in 4th in the APSL last year and put up a valiant effort, really, in the playoff semi-final against the Pan-Cyprian Freedoms. That game was 1-1 for longer than the Pan-Cyprians would like to admit. It's a good ball now out wide for LaRose, who's filled in on the wing. Here's LaRose. Defended by Lima, crossed in. Alves the first to get to it there, the goalkeeper for CPR. Rolls it out short for Morgan. One sign of encouragement for Richmond County. They're not quite in the category of the Greeks, the Lansdowne, Pan-Cyprians, Hoboken, who are several points ahead in the table, but they've been scoring regularly. 4-2 win over New York International to open up 2026. That one was in January. 4-2 win to follow that against Zoom on March the 8th. And they lost narrowly to Lansdowne 2-1 March the 14th at Tibbetsbrook Park, an away match. And against Leros, they won 3-0. So they've scored in each of their last 4 matches, have won 3 of them, and have scored more than 3 in each of their wins. 3 or more, excuse me. Already got 4 through 64 minutes tonight. Now into the 70th minute. They'll be calmly carrying this scoreline over the finish line unless something miraculous comes from the other end for Central Park Rangers. Keith Caesar with an early ball. Ba is there to defend it. Richmond County finding their way into the penalty area again. This time it will be Goff, a red shirt, for another corner. You got the feeling from the first 30 or so minutes of play, Richmond County dominating possession so much, dominating the territory so much, that they were just knocking on the door. And once you get the first, the next few will follow. That's a good ball to the back post. Alves had to be strong to it, and he was. He's going to look to go quick here for Vincent Gallia. Instead, LaRose picks it off and calmly plays it back for Golder. I think Caesar might be in an offside position there. If that ball gets all the way through, we'll go out for a deep throw. Morgan avoids the challenge of Caesar. Calmly bringing this ball up and through the midfield. Here's Gallia. Pavana. Del Real has to go backwards. Here's Ba. Del Real again. Pavana. Intercepted in the midfield, but only for a moment. Gallia fighting for it with Emmanuel and Jairane. The red shirts come away with it. Here's Kaliwa. Around the challenge of one by LaRose, who's whistled for the foul. Not exactly shooting distance here for Richmond County, or excuse me, for Central Park Rangers. Let's see what they can make out of this set piece opportunity. Enough to pump in across from this range. Difficult area though, because normally if you had the distance here, the centrality of the ball on the pitch would be great for a shot, but the depth here does require service. It's going to be a challenge to get this over the line of defense and into an area where someone can get on the end of it, but not too close to the goalkeeper. And Italo Del Real is the one tasked with it. Instead, he's going to look to goal, and that one never looked like going on target. Out for a goal kick. Cheeky restart, back heel off the goal kick there from Runner Golder. Jairane, or rather Cueva. Here's Emmanuel. Early ball for Caesar, brilliant one at that. Here's Keith Caesar. You know he wants that left foot, cutting back to his left. Caesar around 3 red shirts, but eventually Omosanya's there to put in the challenge. Here's Pavana. Lima. Fighting his way through a few challenges in black. Omosanya for Wheaton Shop, looking for Kaliwa. Flag is down. Joseph Kaliwa leading the charge for Central Park Rangers. Onto his right, deflected away by Genie. And Cueva gets it out of danger, but challenge did come in a bit late from Kaliwa. It's the second talking to he's had from the referee, just the motion there, no more, before he finds himself in the book. Just one booking to show so far in this one. And that was for Central defender Jamie Terpak, who exited the match following the second goal, the penalty that Jojo Favard put away. His 2 goals on the day. Started everything off. Substitute up top for Mark Schnedstein. Got the 3rd before Akbul Emmanuel could add a 4th. catch with Kaliwa. The flag is down. Kaliwa into the box. Kaliwa's strike is saved by Golder. Down to his right. Not too difficult for the goalkeeper there, but he did make him work. There's more you can say about some of the other shots he's faced to this point. Oros. Once again, the 35th minute goal from Jojo Favard got it started. Followed that up with a penalty that he was able to draw early in the second half. Amir Islami, the substitute for Mark Schnattstein up front, came in to get the third header off the post. And it was Agbula Emmanuel on the counter-attack that was initially led by Keith Caesar, who's been excellent thus far. Cueva inside, Islami leaves it. Peter Gini's there. Agbula Emmanuel calmly puts it away for the fifth, his second. And it's all but procedural from here on out, folks. 5-0 now for Richmond County. A resounding victory in the cards for the visitors. And the goals just keep getting simpler and simpler. And Cueva, who did well to put in the cross early there, will come off. Bit of a curtain call for the left back, who was excellent throughout this one. Substitute Peter Zima will take over in the left back position. To the 78th minute we go. Folks, we'll remind you that today's Game and Frame broadcast is sponsored by Umbro. You can head to umbroteam.com to start designing your team kit for free now. Produced by Umbro, designed and worn by you. Emmanuel's 2 goals. He gets it forward for Caesar. Islami, a 2v1 again. Amir Islami could look for his second, and he thunders this one past Alves. It's 6-0 now. Just piling them on are the visitors, Richmond County. Each goal scorer has got 2. Favard got the first 2. Islami got the third. Emmanuel got the 4th and 5th, and Islami gets the 6th. 78th minute goal to make it 6-0. Touchdown on Randall's Island. Here's Lima. With that 6th goal, it's the most they've scored all season to this point. Richmond County. They beat SC Vistula Garfield 5-2 on October the 26th. Since then, they've not managed any more than 5. They've gotten to 6 now. It's an absolute thumping here at Field 10. Here's Lima. We were lucky enough to be right underneath the bright sun here for the majority of the match. Sun starting to go away and the cool air starting to seep in. Kaliwa looking inside. It's a good ball for Galea, and it just got away from him. Just able to preserve the clean sheet for the moment, Richmond County. Another dangerous look from Central Park Rangers. You can't say they haven't had their looks. Certainly haven't had as many as their opposition today, but they've had enough good chances to at least get one on the board. Still haven't been able to through 80 minutes. And that scoreboard watching with the result tonight going to be all that more important for Central Park Rangers. Folks, be sure to tune in tonight at 7:30 p.m. New York International takes on New York Athletic Club, a huge match for the relegation implications as it pertains to Central Park Rangers. And also another one, Zoom Schneider kicks off with Liros at 7:30. And then on Thursday, the 26th, Zoom again against Hoboken FC. That one kicks off at 8 p.m. Zoom Schneider with a couple games in hand on Central Park Rangers, only 1 point clear of them for 10th place, the first spot outside of the promotion playoff. Caesar looking back again from Emmanuel, who's on a hat trick. Instead, this trickles into the path of Alves. He's looking to go quickly. Good first touch from Kaliwa. And he's been dangerous all day, Joseph Kaliwa. Just hasn't been able to get the ball over the line. Hasn't had enough service around him as well to help out. If you look across the back line for Central Park Rangers, other than the times they get caught out, they've defended well. Ezekiel Omosanya has been good. Owen Morgan, who's had to play a little bit deeper than he'd like to, normally a central midfielder, has been excellent when he's had to defend. Ibrahim Abbas put in a good shift despite getting burned 1 or 2 times for the wheels of Keith Caesar. And Jonathan Lima on the near side has had his work cut out from him as well with Caesar in the second half, but has been fighting for every inch. Looking for Peter Gini was Caesar there. A good turn from Pavana to get out of danger, the substitute midfielder. Morgan forward for Del Real, couldn't hold on to possession there. And Hirane fighting through a couple red shirts. Wheaton Shop comes away with it. Ba couldn't keep it with Viveros. That one goes out for a throw for Richmond County. Zima with an early throw for Islami, who's got 2 goals off the bench. Amir Islami on a hat trick, going at Ba. Islami, still Islami, fighting his way through and defended in the end by Omosanya. Morgan fights off the challenge from Hirane and plays through for Pavana. Brilliant ball from Morgan. Advantage played by the referee Mihailov. Pavana cuts back to his right. Again for Owen Morgan. Trying to play catch in the midfield. Good feet from Morgan. The ball from Viveros just a few inches in front of him, and he couldn't hold on to it in the end, but Viveros finds it once more. Del Real. His cross defended away by Christopher Gini. Stepping forward is Wheaton Shop, going to let fly. Deflects off the foot of Kane and trickles wide. With the second corner of the evening for Central Park Rangers. Del Real stands over the corner. Outswinger. Viveros was there. Omosanya was there. Viveros, and cleared by Hirane. Brilliant touch by Pavana. Morgan thought about the shot from distance. Good little soul roll to get out of the danger, but invited too much pressure, and won in the end by Gini. Here's Keith Caesar. Here's Caesar. Bounced off Islami for Favard. Emmanuel, Favard, and Islami, each with 2 goals. Now LaRose. Fights off a challenge from Kaliwa. Kaliwa took the brunt of it. LaRose going forward. Emmanuel into the penalty area. At the back post, he's got Zima, was looking for him, you could tell. Islami still fighting for it. And Alba comes away with it. Kaliwa still dealing with that brush off from LaRose. I think he might have caught him up front. Just might need a moment to recuperate. Joseph Kaliwa has been the most dangerous player in red today. Pavana. And Ba. And Galea wanted to play Joseph Kaliwa in behind, but couldn't quite catch up on that first time ball the way he hoped. Now Zima. Kane. So much space in central midfield now. LaRose picks it up on the wing. Happy to slow it down. A great ball for Favard. Favard's touch met by Viveros. Favard thought about the shot, looking for Islami. That one deflects off Viveros, out for a Richmond County throw. Those two plays catch Favard and Islami, but eventually possession won back by CPR. To the final 4 minutes now from Randall's Island. Masanya, who's stepped forward a little bit in the last few minutes, doesn't have much help with him. Hairane deflects that pass that was intended for Galea. Chris Genie. Forward for Favard, loads of space for Jojo Favard. The former Haitian Youth International plays it back. Emmanuel and Zima. Richmond County will end the weekend with a new solo top scorer with Amir Islami's 2 goals. He goes to 5 on the year, which pulls him ahead of Salvatore Barone for the sole possession of the top scorer title. Islami entered the match with 3 goals, scored 2. Mark Schnadstein also on 3. Mamadou Ba tied for second with Salvatore Barone on 4. And if the goals keep coming like the way they have with Richmond County, and they've found them from so many different sources, they could really be a sleeper pick to make a charge up the table late here. Emmanuel on a hat trick, thought about the shot. Good stab from Pavana to win that one back, but only as far as Hairane, the number 6 in midfield for Richmond County. Of course, 11 is the number to catch for top goal scorer in the APSL Metro. Ryan Saramago of New York Greek Americans, one of 2 players on that. Duga Dembele also on 11 as Caesar drives his way into the front. That's Duga Dembele of Doxa, of course. Pedro Alves did well. LaRose with a good win, but Kaliwa comes in to clean it up once again for CPR. In for Galea, who just had to hold up his run for a moment to avoid being in an offside position. Picked up again by Richmond County. Trying to get a little bit cute there was Emmanuel, won by Omasanya. It looks like that's the full-time whistle, coming about a minute and a half early, at least on our clock that we have here on Game and Frame, but that is the full-time score. 6-0, Richmond County takes it over Central Park Rangers. A huge 3 points for Richmond County. They go to 21 on the season. Central Park Rangers stuck in 11th on 8 points. We'll be back with a word from a member of Richmond County FC in just a moment. Don't go anywhere.
From soccer fields across the USA to the legendary stadiums of Spain and Portugal, for 40 years, Petrobax has been the go-to expert for group travel to Spain and Portugal. We organize soccer group trips from start to finish, flights, hotels, transportation, and guided tours, all perfectly coordinated by our experienced team. Your trip can include attending La Liga and Portuguese Primeira Liga games, matches against local teams, pro training sessions, and even tournaments. As true experts in Spain and Portugal, we'll ensure you also experience the rich history, vibrant culture, and incredible food these countries are famous for. Celebrating 40 years of crafting unforgettable journeys to Spain and Portugal. Petrobax, your team, your passion, your trip to Spain and Portugal starts here.
My name is Austin Brummett. I'm a men's soccer player at San Diego State University and I play forward. The salt air case helps block odor from my cleats when I'm driving in my car or when I'm keeping my cleats inside my house, so I don't have to worry about it stinking up my room. helps me keep track of my cleats and my shin guards so I know that they're together and I don't have to worry about tracking them down or losing them or stressing out about where they are. I would definitely rock this, walking to the games, walking around to my trainings. And it's super helpful for travel. When I travel in the airport to go to away games, it's not going to stink up my backpack or stink up the plane where I'm sitting. Magnetic strip on the top is super easy to open to take my cleats out and to put my cleats back in. I think it's an essential part of my outfit for soccer, and it helps keep all my stuff organized and stink-free.
A quality highlight reel is crucial for college and pro recruitment. A lot of services offer generic solutions, but at Game & Frame we know every player is unique and needs a personalised approach to win over coaches. Our process is simple. We work with any footage, and if you need help finding your best plays, we'll review games for you. Once we've finished, you'll have a reel you can upload to any recruitment platform. We've helped hundreds of players get the attention they deserve, including placements in Division 1 programs. Scan the QR code or email us for a free consultation and start the journey to maximize your recruitment potential.
James Burley back at Randall's Island. 6-0 the final score for Richmond County over Central Park Rangers. Here with two of the three two-goal scorers from the match, Jojo Favard and Emmanuel Agbola. Jojo, I'll start with you. 2 goals on the day. You opened up the scoring with the first one and with the penalty. Just how's the team feeling right now after another big win?
Well, we're feeling pretty good. You know, we're in like a good stretch the past couple of games. I think we got like 3 wins out the 4 games. We were unlucky against Lansdowne, but I think we played pretty well against them, and today we're showing that we could compete, and we're here to compete.
And Manny, a relentless performance from you guys. Everybody on the pitch today pitched in, but you got 2 goals. Just how are you feeling personally right now?
Pretty good, honestly. I couldn't have done it without my teammates, obviously, and I think we just got to keep it going from here. You know, just building up the momentum and just keep going.
And you mentioned the run of form in the spring right now. 3 wins in your last 4. You guys have been flying, scoring goals, many goals in each of these games. Just what's the goal now for the rest of the spring to keep pushing up the table?
Well, we just got to keep competing, play to win every game, because as you can see, we feel like we could compete with everybody in the league, so we just got to go fight for every game and try to get a result.
And Manny, final word, just another great performance. Going to keep this going into next week, hopefully. Just what's the message now from the manager in the group to keep this fighting momentum going?
I just think we have to bring this same energy into training and just keep pushing. And hopefully we're able to make the playoffs and make a statement for Richmond County FC.
Manny, Jojo, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Congrats on the result today.
Thank
Final
you.
score from Randall's Island, Richmond County 6, Central Park Rangers 0. I've been James Burley, Brian Burrell behind the camera. Thanks for joining us on Game & Frame.